Good evening, everyone.
When you step back,
I have the distinct honor and pleasure of introducing Chicago's own Marine Math and Science Academy freshman cadet color guard.
Carry colors. Ready, cut. Have turn, go. Color, hold. Over, hold. Color, hold. Right turn, hold. Color, hold. Easy, color.
Please rise, playing the singing of the national anthem, sung by Roger Clark.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready, cut. I turn, forward. Color, hold. Over, hold.
As a Marine myself, I'd like to let's give a hand to
Coach.
those of you Marines out there with a loud and motivated.
and more importantly, building bridges of relationships with each and every Toastmaster that's present this evening, as well as our distinguished dignitaries and our guests. When I was thinking about the themes of the spring conference, I thought about what best signifies where we've been, where we're going, so it's kind of like the past, the present, and the future. Well, as I look around the room this evening, I see a bunch of DCPs. That's distinguished class of people sitting in this room. And I know that each and every one of you as Toastmasters, DTMs, our dignitaries that are here this evening, are committed to personal growth and excellence in each and everything that we do. And one of the things that I strongly believe in, and it resonates with me every single time that I go to a different club that I'm not a member of, that I meet a fellow Toastmaster. And this afternoon, just prior to the conference really starting, all the people that I was able to shake hands with and greet as they came through the door, it just reinforces and strengthens my conviction about members and the pillars and the pylons of District 30. They're also the pylons that represent promise and possibility for each and every one of us as Toastmasters going into the future. There's no question that the past couple of years we've had some challenging times. And yet as Toastmasters, we learn to adapt and improvise and overcome those obstacles. And the way that we do that, we stay focused on what our goals are. Club goals, our membership goals, and our district goals. And I stay focused on the real meaning of Toastmasters, and to me, what building bridges to the future really means. And what does that mean, bottom line? It means that all of us are the future of District 30 that are in this room this evening, as well as our visiting guests and our dignitaries. Because even though we're in the present right now, in order to move forward, we need to stay focused on our vision going for the next 2 years and the next 3 years. We know where we've been. We've built a lot of successes. We've had a lot of successes this year. But I look to 2010, 2011, and beyond, and the future, what it holds. I think that it holds promise for each and every one of us as Toastmasters. And I think that as we all go forward, what this conference represents is a coming together and building those bridges, crossing over those bridges, and strengthening those bridges. So as our division governors, as our area governors, as our Lieutenant Governor of Marketing, our Lieutenant Governor of Education and Training, as well as our district governor, reach out to their clubs and to the members to strengthen those relationships. Because I think we would all agree that really the strength of Toastmasters is the relationships that we build with our club members. Because there's someone that once said that they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And know that I care about each and every one of you coming to the conference this evening. And over the next days, we have a lot of different sessions. There's a lot of different things about this conference that you may not have experienced before. We have 4 keynote speakers. We have a lot of different educational sessions that we've never presented before with some dynamic, energetic presenters. Some of the keynote speakers that you're going to hear are going to talk about leadership this evening. Mr. Mike Smuda. Tomorrow morning, Dan Carroll talking about taking the bandages off, champions. Tomorrow afternoon, Nancy Brooke is going to really enlighten us with her story and how she redefined her life as a Toastmaster. And then tomorrow evening, Dr. Morgan McGarker is going to give us a keynote about going from couch to world champion of public speaking. All that's about bridging build is build bridges. Building bridges to the future by inviting them here as our keynote speakers and to empower each and every one of you to engage you and to enlighten you so that when you leave this conference, you'll say, wow, it was an amazing experience. And so again, I want to welcome each and every one of you. Take advantage of everything that the conference has to offer this evening. And please, if you haven't come up and said hello to me, please reach out to me. I'd love to meet each and every one of you, as many as possible. And now that we're talking about the present, let's now bridge into the future and go forward and Now I'd like to introduce someone that will take us light years ahead. Let me introduce our MC for this evening. And I think when he comes up, there will be no question that the force is with us all this evening. Now let me introduce Mr. Barry Nixon, our MC for the conference.
District governor wanted something really, really special, so he called up headquarters and said, I need someone special. He said, we have a Jedi available, so I came from my places all over the galaxy just to introduce our district governor,
Mr. Kyle Rody, DTM.
Fellow Toastmasters and our actually, can everyone hear me? Yes. Thank you all very so much for this honor to serve you this year as your district governor. And tonight, I have an honor myself. I have the distinct honor of presenting an award for his leadership and service. District 30, 2011 Spring Conference, and his years past other conferences. The Mayor of Skokie, Mayor Van Dusen, if you would come up and
So I decided to take the first semester off and work. And then I did something that for me was something smart. I decided to go back, go to night school, and take a course, remedial course in English for English. I was a terrible, dreadful student, by the way, so I needed it. But I also decided to take a course, how to win friends and influence people. Some of you, Norman Vincent Field's old program. I'm from Detroit, Michigan originally. We did not have Toastmasters there, otherwise I would have joined Toastmasters. It was one of the most important courses in my life. Not only did it give me the confidence to stand up, but it taught me that if you're going to stand in front of an audience, you damn well better know what you're talking about and study and prepare for it. And that has served me so well over the years. So I have a special affection for Toastmasters, and if I may, I would like to read the proclamation that we declared a couple months ago in honor of Toastmasters. Whereas Toastmasters International, District 30, is a worldwide non-profit organization that's devoted to helping people develop better presentation and leadership skills. And whereas Toastmasters International started over 75 years ago at a YMCA in California, whereas because communication is not optional, Toastmasters International helps participants develop their honing of communication and other skills that will give them the confidence to succeed. And whereas the meetings are structured with participants taking on specific speaking roles, table topics, part of the meeting during which anyone may get up to speak on an impromptu topic, given by Topics Master, offers an opportunity for you to think quickly. Other participants will be counting speakers, ums and ahs. That's what I'm worried about. Timing the speakers, critiquing the meeting and the presenter, and listening for grammatical errors. Thank God I took that way. Every member has the opportunity to develop communication and leadership skills, which in turn foster self-confidence and personal growth. And whereas when you become a member of Toastmasters International, you will take part in learning to communicate more effectively, become a better listener. I think maybe is among the most important skills that very few of us, unfortunately, nurture today. Improve your presentation skills, increase your leadership potential, become more successful in your career, build your ability to motivate and to persuade, reach your professional and personal goals, and increase your self-confidence. Now, therefore, I, George Van Dusen, Mayor of the Village of Skokie, do hereby proclaim November 13th and 14th as Toastmasters International Day, and do hereby extend our best wishes and congratulations to Toastmasters International for your continued success and your commitment to our community.
Hear, hear.
I had changed out of my robe because I didn't think I was in the right place. Jedi, but once the mayor said, "May the Fourth be with you," I said, "Oh, I'm home," but I had already changed. So let's do a couple of housekeeping changes. On your program, it says new club spotlight. We'll change that and do the youth leadership first, and then we'll do the new club spotlight. All right, so the new leadership spotlight. What happens in Toastmasters is we get so excited as adults about learning how to speak, learning how to tell our story. Oftentimes, many of us are parents, and we want to share that with our children at home and children in the neighborhood. So some of us really take this opportunity to share Toastmasters with our children at home and the neighborhood. So Jamila Clinton is one of those brave souls that has taken the opportunity to do that. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Jamila McClinton for the Youth Leadership Chair. Now? Good evening. Good evening. My name is Sebastian Moore. I'm a sophomore at Providence St. Now, a member of the YMCA's Black and Latino Achievers Program, and a graduate of the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program. This 8-week program has taught me valuable lessons about speaking in public, speech writing, and body language. Through the training I received at the Toastmasters Youth Leadership Program, I can now speak with more confidence in public. Through impromptu speaking challenges, voice volume control, and using hand gestures, I have learned a lot about the art of delivering a speech. While participating in the program, I learned how to do something that I had little experience with before, speech writing. Through my practice in organizing my thoughts, filtering my ideas, and organizing them into a logical order, I was able to write a number of essays and speeches in a higher quality than before. I actually won an award for a speech I wrote during the program. Now, as future leaders of tomorrow, we must be strong in mind
to be strong in body. My favorite quote of all time, said by Julius Caesar, Veni, Vidi, Vici. I came, I saw, and I conquered. Gives an exact outline of the confidence we must have in our ability to execute our skills and talents through the art of speech. Now, I would like to introduce to you all my friend and my colleague, Muntaga Tal. He's a junior at Lane Tech, a member of the YMCA's Black and Latino Achievers Program, and he's here today to deliver to you his speech, Black is Cold. It's about how one overcomes an unexpected obstacle. Please welcome Muntaga Tal.
How is everybody? Before we start, let the record show that, like our MC, I am also a Jedi. So, they wanted me to tell you guys a speech about who I am as a person. And that's a lot harder than it sounds. After a lot of thought, I realized that to address the question of who I am is only possible in one way. I can tell you guys that I'm a video gamer and a track runner, but those are hobbies, not who I am. I can tell you I'm a student who always strives to be his best, do the best he can do. That's my style, not who I am. To address the question of who I am can only be based on one aspect, my actions. How one handles and composes themselves is the only true way of seeing one's personality. That being said, everybody is different, and everybody can see a different situation in different perspectives. Therefore, I'm not going to tell you guys who I am, or who I want you to picture me as. I'm going to tell you a story of my past, and let you judge for yourselves who you think I am based on my actions. As a child, I was afraid of quite a few things. Pigeons, the dark, puppets, and ducks all frightened me very much. But one thing that I was never afraid of was a bully. It was 6 years ago. I was an 11-year-old boy in my mind, but to everybody else, I was an 11-year-old black boy. I was the only black kid in my class, and one of the only black kids in my entire school, and I had never felt the sting of discrimination until that fateful day. It was a Tuesday morning. The lunch lady had just served tables at us. We were outside for playing football for recess. And I was first pick as always because I could run faster than anyone had ever seen before. We had just scored our third touchdown in a row when a member of the other team snapped. It was no secret that he was a sore loser, so we all knew it was time for him to complain again. But in that moment, he did something I had never expected. With his eyes seething with rage, he aggressively approached me and violently shoved me to the ground. I was a very passive-aggressive child at that age, and I still am now, so I did not stoop to his barbaric behavior until he started talking. At this point, it was apparent that he only wanted to get me angry and attack him, so he provoked me with the only thing that he could, racial slurs. Stupid niggers! Niggers are as black as coal! Now then, I wasn't sure about how being black as coal was supposed to offend me, but calling me the N-word sure did. I didn't know how to respond to that because I had never been racially targeted before, so I acted on impulse. I got up, and with my eyes now seething with rage, and I seemed to suck the anger out of him and replace it with fear, began to aggressively approach him. With every step I took, I could see him shaking with fear he could barely move. The battle inside my head was raging against whether I should punch his lights out or not. When I finally reached him, my decision was final. By a show of hands, how many of you think I punched his lights out? How many of you do not think I punched his lights out? Smart people. I walked up to him, I I looked him in the eyes and I said, "Your heart is as black as coal." He walked away. I told you in the beginning that I wasn't going to tell you who I was or make you picture me as somebody that I want you to see me as. I will let you decide for yourselves. Now that my story is finished, I'll let you decide for yourselves who you think I am.
Both speaking about being a Jedi. Let me explain to you why I say about being a Jedi and what that has to do with Toastmasters. First of all, how many Toastmasters do we have here? Okay, a few. Remember how in the movie you could have a rebel ship, and the rebel, one of the lieutenants would come up to him and say, "Sir, we got 300 Imperial battle cruisers coming after us." The first question he would say is, first thing he would think is, that's a lot. "Sir, we only have 100 men. He'd say, "Okay. Well, how many Jedi do we have?" "Sir, we only have 2. "Well, that's all you need." Those of you, how many people here are not Toastmasters? See, the advantage that we have, what's your name? Laura. When Laura speaks, no offense, Laura, but when you speak and someone says, "Oh, Laura's speaking," they're like, "Oh, okay, that's fine." But the moment Laura becomes a Toastmaster, they're going to say, "Oh my God, I got to hear what Laura has to say." Well, she's only going to say, "Mary had a little lamb." I need to hear that. In fact, once Laura becomes a Toastmaster, when she speaks about lambs, vegetarians are going to go home and buy some lambs because of what Laura had to say. Between being a Jedi and being a Toastmaster, because there's this whole new energy that you walk in anywhere you go. So with saying that, let me introduce our next speaker. Joan Moore, the Lieutenant Governor of Marketing, her whole job, her whole purpose in life, I get emails at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning talking about new clubs. "Barry, have you gone here? Barry, have you gone here?" In fact, a couple days ago, I said, "Joan, I'm going to be your Jedi. You just send me to problem spots." I went there last day. Well, yesterday, I didn't even know where I was going. Just go and do what you have to do. That's what Joan does. She takes what we've experienced here and spreads the words of the Jedi, the Toastmasters, all over the universe of District 30. So, with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Joan Moore.
wonderful. Our first new club of the year, chartered August 3rd, 2010, is All-State Wheeling Toastmasters. Our second club that was born, the birthday, August 16, 2010, Club Post of UL. I know there are many folks here and they're working this conference, so I will just put that aside. Our third birthday, September 3rd, 2010, NAVP Toastmasters. Our fourth birthday, Parsons, Chicago, born September 30th, 2010. Our fifth club birthday, November 24th, 2010, CTA Toastmasters. Our sixth club birthday, and I know someone is here because I met him tonight, so please come to the stage for the Speech Empowerment Group, January 10th, 2011. Yes. In celebration of the new clubs, we have new club ribbons for the banners. So the team, could you come please? Thank you. Our seventh club birthday, January 17th, 2011, AT&T Chicago East. Our eighth club birthday, March 1st, 2011, Toastmasters Z Club. Our ninth club birthday, March 9, 2011, Presenters at Will Toastmasters Club. Our 10th club birthday, March 9, 2011, Luke Toastmasters. Come on, Bill. Our 11th club birthday, March 14, 2011, Sarah Lee Toastmasters. I think we now have some representatives come on stage. Tell me which club you're from, please. That's what I thought. And we have...
I'm sorry, Joe.
Yes.
Even though they're a new club, I think we need a little bit more volume on that. What club do you belong to?
No, I'm sorry, I can hear you right here.
Club Post at UL.
Hey.
Come on up. Yay. Okay, now that's it. You have not so wait, you're close. Sarah Lee, yes. Here you go. Hang on. DIC Toastmasters Club, born March 15, 2011. Now, Go-Go Toastmasters Club. Spiritually speaking, born March 31st, 2011. Toastmasters Club of SCC, that's Schaumburg Community Church, born April 4th, 2011. Do you know sometimes when babies are born, they don't just come one at a time? Sometimes you have twins. And that's what we have next. And the mother of the twins, Mommy Pepside. Mommy is with the Blue Cross Blue Shield of Illinois, Chicago 1 and Chicago 2 Club. And then we got 3 clubs that are premature because their charter paperwork is at Toastmasters International being processed. And those clubs are Talk of the Town, the Paychecks Club in Edwardsville, ORC Orators Club, and the Financial Toastmasters. We'll have a ribbon for you. You're just a little pretty. Thank you. Thank you so much. And now I'm going to give this microphone to Moni Petside because she has a treat for you.
Good evening, Toastmasters and honored guests. Please help me welcome as Money Berger, the Central North Division Governor stated. Please help me welcome the birth of my twins. Actually, they are my twin broods that finally hatched after a 3 years gestation. The idea of bringing Toastmasters to Blue Cross Blue Shield began soon after I joined Lincoln Park Toastmasters Club 4 years ago. Lincoln Park used to meet at Blue Cross Blue Shield headquarters, but it had to move out when Blue Cross began construction several years ago. So I began to ask people at Blue Cross to help me bring it back, but they had no authority. So, last February, I picked up the phone, called the Vice President of Diversity. I still cannot believe my audacity. After several months of pursuing her, she finally authorized a charter fee for our old club. We held a sample meeting this March. Toastmasters. It was standing room only. When we opened for application 2 days later, employees lined up half an hour ahead of schedule. 72 applicants later, the Vice President told us to stop taking any more applications. So I continued to take them until we reached 80. And we put 10 more people on a waiting list, including the Vice President. We had to split the group into 2 clubs, even though I wanted a triplet. A group this size needs firm hands. So we are thanking our godmothers, Marlene Berger and John Moore, who brought the best group of nannies to whip us in the shade. Please come visit us and to see what it is all about. And please remember this. Persistence, tenacity, perseverance always pays off.
Ladies, those of you who have had 1 or 2 children, just woman had, what, 40 children, 2 clubs, 40 children, married to a corporation. Doesn't she look great? Let's give her a hand. After having 40 kids, you deserve to show some signs. Thank you so much, Moody. No organization would be perfect without having someone to lead us. And although I am a Jedi, we actually do have a Jedi Master as a part of our district. Dietmar Wanaganet, Dietmar, and I'll just call him Master Dietmar. It's not like Yoda. He's not 800 years old. He, like Mooney, has aged very, very well. So with no further ado, I'd like to introduce Master Jedi and Toastmaster Dietmar to introduce the presentation of our club.
Into a club meeting, and as soon as you walked in, somebody said, "We still need an evaluator." Or have you walked into a contest and under the door you were met, "We need another judge. Would you be a judge?" Well, because of that, sometimes I like to relax, and I deliberately come 5 minutes late. But I was early today. And guess what? I was about, would you help us? Would you announce the club anniversaries? Oh, we don't have a list for you. Now, you know, I may be around for a while, but I'm not all-knowing. So just to be sure, I brought my old H glasses so I can see what's on the screen. Joan has talked about giving birth to new clubs, and that's important. It's an important aspect of every district to charter new clubs and to grow the Toastmaster organization. But like every child, the child has to be nurtured. It has to be taught. And sometimes the child gets sick and needs to be healed. And we run through the same phases with Toastmasters clubs. It's not natural that they grow without problems, without illness, without difficulties, without challenges. So we're here today to celebrate some of the clubs that have overcome adversities at times, that have had challenges and survived. I think the first 2 years of a club are really critical, just like for a Toastmaster. Now, how many Toastmasters do you know that's I'm too shaky, I have the jitters. I need a fever medicine so I can give my icebreaker speech. But once you overcome that initial fear, it's not necessarily smooth sailing, but at least sailing. And the same for clubs. We don't celebrate the 2nd anniversary, which I think is a critical one. Any new club that can survive the first 2 years is well on the road. He has passed those childhood diseases. But the first one that we celebrate is 5 years anniversary, and then we celebrate them in 5-year intervals. And right now, I'm kind of stalling a little bit for time because I haven't been privileged to the program, and my understanding is that the district governor is supposed to be up here, and that there's supposed to be clubs lining up so I can introduce them. I see now a list of 5 years, but I think I'm going to come down here. No problem. As he said, I may look old, but I'm still young. So this way I can lead the clubs. Now, would the district governor come up to the...
Yeah, Mr. Maya, Mr. Vargas, next. Yeah, would our district governor, Roti, our lieutenant governor of education and training, Srinivas Sanghi, and our lieutenant governor of marketing, please join our past district governor to recognize these clubs as they're announced?
You know, that kind of reminds me, ad-lib speaking, extemporaneous speaking, sometimes is more important than prepared speeches. Because prepared speeches, you have all the time to prepare. But when you are asked to do something ad-lib, it's a little more challenging. But come to think of it, aren't we surrounded every day, every moment with table topics? And that's why I think personally that mastering table topics is more important than prepared speeches. Because that's what really brings us success in the family, the job, whatever we do. Are we ready, Madam LGM?
Yes, we are.
Okay. Would the representatives of those clubs that have survived the first 5 years of existence come forward as I read the names? Crystal Clear Toastmasters. And I know this guy, he's been around for a while. Towers Watson Toastmasters Club. HSBC One Club. Melrose Max Force Toastmasters. Liberty Mojo. Hewitt Leadership Institute. And Words from the Hill Club. I had to look twice at this one. First I thought it was Words from the Hill Club. Let's give all of these clubs a big hand. Mr. District Governor, are we ready? Okay, if these folks can sit down. Now we've doubled the requirements. 10 years in Toastmasters. And we have a formidable list here. I know most of those clubs. Starting out with a flat spelling club. Followed by twice as nice. For those of you that don't know, that's a couples club. Excelling at the Dialogue Club. Toastmasters of Lincoln Park. smooth talkers. Talk of the Town Club. And you notice we just charted another Talk of the Town, or about to chart another Talk of the Town Club. Saturday Sunrise Club, another energetic one. If you have trouble getting out of bed on Saturday mornings, you ought to join this club. That'll make you get up. Let's give a big hand to all the 10-year anniversary. You notice the list is getting a little shorter as we go up the number of years. 15 years. See us Toastmasters Club. And Sears is one of those companies that are very something about Toastmasters. They've hosted many training institutes. Videojet Classics Club, 15 years. Nobody here? And Speakers of the House. Looks like the 15s are gone missing. Oh, he'll still be here tomorrow. Are we ready for the next one? 20 years. The first one on that list, I feel very close to, because it's a specialty club. It was the first club in the world speaking only German. Polyglots. Anybody here from Polyglots? Thank you. You know, when you're in a specialty group like this, there are many ailments and there are many challenges because you can't just go out and recruit members. Now we have a French club coming and we have a Spanish club, and that's exciting to be multilingual in the Chicago area. Oak Brook Speakers. And Talk of Lincolnshire, I know that. Let's give another hand for 20 years. Now we're coming up to the quarter century. That sounds like a long time. 25 years, the Downtown Discourse Club. Let's give a special hand for 25 years. Here he comes. You don't look that old, sir. Environmental protection didn't just rise in the last 5 years. They've been around for a while. The EPA Club, 30 years. Oh, we got a local list at 35. Northwest Suburban Toastmasters. Our district governor wasn't even born at that time. Sergeant at Lundy Club. Town Criers Club. And Broadview Toastmasters. country. So we're in the second half of the century now. 55 years, the Neighbor World Club. And the DuPage Valley Club, another 55. We have these 60-year clubs. They're finally creeping up to my age. West Suburban Club, 60 years for West Suburban Club. And we have one more, as far as I know, 65 years. That is really an achievement. The Speakers Forum Club, 65 years. That's almost as old as Toastmasters itself. Now, since they've not given me a script on what to do, and since I have the floor, what I'd like to do is have all the clubs that have been listed with anniversaries tonight stand up and get a big hand. All anniversary clubs, stand up. We all know what that time signal is. And I've been given the red time signal, which means I have 30 seconds to finish up. Which gives me a chance to walk over to this side of the room and keep this side of the room as well. I want to thank you for being such a great audience and for recognizing these clubs that have survived as long as 65 years. It is a tremendous achievement, and it's been my pleasure to introduce these clubs to you, and I now turn control of the lecture over to our Jedi man.
Woo! I don't know about you, but remember in social studies when you had that one history teacher that actually fought in World War II and wanted to tell you every battle? So now that we've gone through 200 years of Toastmaster history, let me get everyone just to stand up for a second, kind of get back to 2011, because your applause is just getting a little, okay?